part 3, I'm going to wrap this up because I spend so much time documenting and explaining my experience with these terrorists talking in my head. When I moved into the smaller condo, the terrorists were, I didn't know what I know now. So now I know there are government agencies investigating them. And I know that these terrorists talking in my head, okay, there are several of them. So they'll make me scream, and another one, okay, will surveil with this weapon and hear me screaming. Okay? So there are two things going on here. So the terrorist there's one investigating me and another one that's trying to create records to what am I trying to say? To basically try and say that I'm like violent or something. So they're basically like manipulating it and taking like pieces of what's going on. So the terrorists talking in my head, there are several of them. So what I believe is happening is one of them has all the terrorist voices recorded on his record, so he could say the voices came from outside, because there are several of them are doing it to me at the same time, while the other ones scream and attack me, and then the one that is officially actually investigating me is just basically just sitting there. Like, then basically it just the record, the surveillance just continues to go on to investigate me, and the reason for that is because while it's if no one's investigating me, none of the other terrorists can attack me. So basically somebody has to be investigating me for the other ones to attack me with it, to make so that they could couple up on their own records and try to manipulate these records and say the voices I heard were external, which is why I live stream. Oh, that's what I said. Oh. That's exactly what I said. That's why I said I need to live stream. I forget, honestly. And so when I realized, okay, so the government is investigating these terrorists. There's nothing to investigate here. I'm completely innocent. But when I realized, okay, these terrorists are trying to make it look like when the government investigates to see if these terrorists are actually investigating me or not, because the government doesn't have access to my head to find out if in fact I hear voices or not. So they're basically picking up, they're using the same weapon to collect evidence against these terrorists and sentence them to death. So the terrorists want to manipulate the records, and they want me sounding violent. So every word they say in my head is a cuss word. It's violent in nature. They're belligerent. It's aggressive. It is attack after attack. It's hurt, like, to the core, to get me to cuss and scream. And so that the terrorists talking in my head, okay, the group of them that are talking in my head can couple up on their records and then say, yes, in fact, Renee is aggressive and she's this or she's that, okay, and bypass the securities and manipulate the records, and furthermore to manipulate the government's records, because they can't gain access to my head while these stupid psychos are attacking me literally every second of the day. They're talking in my head every second of the day. and it's they're playing with my head. They're causing me a stroke, and I'm trying. They're causing me a stroke, like I was trying to say. They're trying to find a way to murder me and get away with it. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. The only way to make sure that these stupid psychopaths can't couple up their records together and try and say that what I heard was coming from outside, I have to live stream. Because that way, there all day there's records of the fact that what they're playing with my head, what's actually going on in my environment. I mean, although the government is also doing the same, I'm sure they're doing the same thing. But they can't see what's going on in my house either, so they don't know if I'm on the phone or not. Dude, I want them sentenced to death. Yeah. It's the women, I swear to God. I don't actually think the men are as sneaky as these stupid bitches talking in my fucking head. And I actually don't even think they're as hysterical and committed. I think they honestly would have faced the death penalty if it meant saving their terrorist women. The women are the ones, dude. I'm in so much shock and so much pain. Physically pain, emotional pain, financial pain, every type of pain you can imagine. I am experiencing it to the extent that you can experience. Like it is to the nines. These psychos are hurting me. They are hurting me. They're suffocating me right now. They're dictating how I sound. They want me kicked out of here. Anyways, so about the government, so I'm assuming because they want these psychopaths sentenced to fucking death as bad as I do, I'm assuming they're around listening to make it clear that what I heard didn't come from outside, but I also want to layer up on the records and make it clear that that what I'm hearing in my head isn't coming from my environment. It's solely inside my head. So the government has done, like, it's trying to basically corner these terrorists. That they have everything at their disposal so they can identify where the voices are coming from. Yeah, I don't know the level of sophistication of these weapons, and I don't know how savvy these terrorists are with these records. And I don't know how for live streaming is just the only fucking way. Because I know for damn sure like I'm recording. And I know for damn sure that what I'm hearing in my head isn't coming from outside. And I know for damn sure that that if these terrorists, if God forbid, it was left up to them, and because they have everything up to their disposal, so that there's absolutely no excuse as to why they couldn't identify where the voices were coming from. Um, uh, um, it just in case they were left and they still have a means. Okay, I want to make sure I live stream. This is so painful for me. I want the women, they're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists, talking in my head, sentenced to fucking death. They're trying to murder me and get away with it. They're attacking my spinal cord right now, and they're herniating my discs, and they're making them press on the nerves in my back. Please, please help me sentence them to death. They're screaming in my head, they're serial killers. The bitches are serial killers. If this was an investigation and there's nothing to investigate here, why don't they go look for criminals to actually investigate? And mind you, this is all about laundering money. It's obvious there's a lot more to their records. I want them sentenced to death.